Hello and welcome! Today we are going to be pulling my oil painting supplies out from under that corner of underneath my desk because I have to teach an oil painting class with water-soluble oils, and I've used regular oils a lot but never water-soluble, but I do own them. So let's pull them out, see what we can come up with today. Here they all are, dug out from under the desk, and I've had this note on my desk for a long time. Ruler and salt are behind the desks, but I wouldn't forget that they dropped behind the desk and I just wasn't willing to pull everything out to get them. I was able to recover the ruler because it fell behind these, but unfortunately my little travel salt is behind the bookshelves that are behind the desk, so that has to wait for another time. Let's get in here and see what we have. We'll do one at a time. Oh my gosh, that's really, really heavy. Okay, so this, how's this work? Like this, I guess. So this is all my oil paints, and so yes, none of those are water soluble. Okay, and here, no water soluble oils. And none in here. So apparently I have no water soluble oils in this container. Do have a lot of good stuff though. Brush cleaner, linseed oil, and ooh, my favorite, liquid. Okay, well that is a bit of a bust, but it does have some good things in it. Alright, whoop, I didn't hold that very well, did I? Let's look at the other one. Oh, this one's really heavy. This is the one I used for years and years and years. Okay, and you can tell, whew, stinky. These are the ones I just got just a while ago, got in the paletful packs, these three. So apparently I did add them to my oil collection. I painted this. I haven't been able to find the picture of it though. I gave it to my uncle. Would love to be able to see what it looked like again, but no luck. All right, so these are water-soluble oils. And if these are the only colors I have, then this could be a problem. Let's see what we have underneath. No, I do not see water-soluble oils in here. Well, shoot. I guess I don't have very many. That's alright. College said if I give them a list, they can get me a few supplies. So I guess I will have to do that because I know for me, I use lemon yellow all the time. So I'm probably going to need that. Sky blue is not going to be a good enough blue. Sap green is good. Leaf green. Yeah, we're going to need some more. I'm going to pull this brush out to use with those. Maybe this one. They're not in the best shape. That one's pretty nice. This one has not been used before, so that might be a good one. Might be better than that one. Oh, that took a second, but I pulled out this from under my desk. These were in my acrylic drawer, if you remember from that video. Let's go ahead and squeeze some of these out, see if they're any good. I will get some water and a surface. We'll see what they look like. This looks like an interesting surface to try. This was also in my acrylic drawer, same video. So it says we can use oils on it, and it's pure linen. It looks like pulling out. So you can see the linen side here, and this side has been coated with gesso. So I assume that's the side we use. We can even get them open. Cannot get them open. I think that's why I kept a pair of pliers in one of these. No pliers. Alright, I'm gonna go run these lids under really hot water maybe. Yep, we'll try that. Alright, after much hot water, I think I can get these open now. Let's see what kind of shape they're in. Not great, not great. Kind of crunchy. We'll put the lid on that later. I could tell that these were going to be varying in thicknesses. Looks like it might be a pretty Payne's gray. So these paints are really, really old. They have an Art Depot tag on them, a price tag, and that place went out of business, I'm thinking at least 15 years ago. I've been married to my husband for 21 years. I believe we were married when my grandma and I were playing with these paints. Maybe? I'm thinking we were. So less than 20 years, more than 15 years. And most of them felt pretty standard for oil paints. So yes, I know these are water mixable oil paints, but basically they're the same thing, they just clean up with water. But a few of them were pretty sticky. The Payne's Gray and that Sky Blue were very sticky, and maybe the Raw Sienna a little bit. But all in all, I mean, you get different kinds of oil paints, different colors. I've always experienced that they're all a little bit different than each other. And so I wasn't setting out to do any major painting with this. I just wanted to play with these colors, see what they felt like, see what they look like, and basically get an idea for what I need for my students coming up in the class. And yeah, it's I don't know, don't keep your oil paints this long, like use them up. All of my oil paints are that old or older, so you'll see that as I get into them more on this channel here and there. My focus on this channel really is more watercolor and water-based media, but I will have to stick these in once in a while because I dig them out and play with them, and that's part of my life, so enjoy. Let's see how well the brush cleans off. Horribly. Absolutely horribly. Okay, we're gonna have to go get serious at the sink with my brush soap then. Yeah, that's pointless. What I'm going to do is get online and pick the colors for my class and try brand new supplies as opposed to these 20-year-old supplies. See if they're any different from each other. What I'll be choosing for the class to use is this Winsor & Newton Artisan Water Mixable Oil Paint Set because it has 10 colors in it. You can see those here. And I think that will be a great start. It has a little bit of white in it, so we will need to add a large tube of white. Now this tube here is 200 mils, so it's a very large tube, and I think that will get us through the class. And then the set has no black in it, so I will add this tube of lamp black. This is a small tube, just 37 mils, and that should be fine, I'm hoping. It's only a 5 or 6 week class, so we should be good. We need some linseed oil to help mix it up because the water just doesn't mix that great. I mean, I know the whole point is they're water mixable oils, but really that's just for cleanup to avoid solvents. And so you can clean up with water and soap, basically the Brushmaster soap. But I think for mixing, thinning the paint out while you're doing a painting, this linseed oil will be invaluable. So we will be picking that up as well. We need some brushes. I have no idea if these brushes are any good or not, but I will get them ahead of time through the college and test them out and make sure because they are good sizes for that. And then we will split a package of fan brushes and use them as we need them. We also need a bunch of canvas panels to work on. Now this is a beginner oil painting class. I would not recommend painting on these normally for your good work, but these are going to be students that have never used oil paints before, never used water mixable oil paints before, and so having a surface that is basically disposable, but still a canvas and still decent quality, this is what I will choose for that. Plus it's affordable for the college as well. So we will try those and see what we think. Again, I would recommend stretched canvas, high quality, for your work professionally, but this will be a good start just for practice. Then we also need a brush cleaner, this Masters Artist hand soap, and then I forgot to put the tab up here, but I do have a silicoil jar because you really need something to push your brush against when you're trying to clean it out inside, something in the bottom of the jar that you can basically run your brush in between. So the silicoil has basically a metal coil inside that you can run your brush along, but you can also get those little silicone little things that go in the bottom of your jar. They kind of stick up like, boy, I don't even know what it would be like. I don't know. You probably know what I'm talking about, but I'll try and put a picture in here for you. So those are the supplies that I will be getting for the students. There's probably a few things I'm forgetting, rags, paper towels, stuff like that that the school already has, but I will continue playing with these paints and figure out what I am missing and add it to the list. Because I am the queen of bad transitions, let's just move right into the watercolor portion of this video. Anyway, I wanted to redo this horse from last week's video yet again, and this time I tried it on Arches paper. So anyway, if you've missed that video, I've linked that up in the corner, so definitely pause this video, watch that one first, because I was not very happy with my horses. And I wondered if it might be the paper or if I was just out of practice from painting or what the heck the problem was. So I pulled out the good paper. This is Arches 140-pound cold pressed cotton paper, and I'm still using my Daniel Smith paints, and this time I chose to use the indigo, and I thought that was a really pretty color for this particular monochromatic watercolor painting. So I didn't want to create a whole new video just for this particular painting because I felt like it was just a continuation and you guys didn't need to be bored with me painting horses over and over and over again. So here we have just adding it on to the end of this oil painting video, which is a little bit random, but I'm hoping you'll bear with me and, you know, stick here till the end. So you may be wondering, how did I feel about this particular one? But hey, before I get into that, let's address this beautiful watercolor bloom right in the middle left of the paper there. I wanted to keep that so badly, but it just kept drawing my eye away from the main painting. So instead, I went ahead and added in some more trees in the middle of it. And so you can see that in this particular speed painting episode here. But what do you guys think? I mean, that bloom is absolutely gorgeous there in the middle, but it's all my eyes see every time I look at this playback. So I think I'm glad that I went ahead and filled it in. I haven't done that quite yet in this video, but you'll see it here in a second. Anyway, I think I'm glad that I filled that in with a little bit more trees and stuff, but oh, to ruin such a beautiful bloom kind of hurts my heart. Anyway, I'm so much happier with this painting. I think it turned out exactly like I was hoping it would when I started the first two in that original video. So yeah, it was kind of interesting too when I put the wet paint on, because the painting had dried when I came back to fill in that watercolor bloom. It was so much bluer in color. So anyway, this goes on a lot bluer and then it dries more of the gray, I don't know, typical Payne's gray kind of color, except it's indigo. So it's not Payne's gray. I mean, there's so many different colors of indigo and Payne's gray that who knows, who cares. This indigo is beautiful. I really love it. You can see how it goes on different wet versus dry and make up your own mind. Regardless, I'm putting on the finishing touches here, took off the masking fluid and so on, and just finishing it up. I love it. I love this one so much more than the other two. I still think the mane and maybe the head on that back horse is a little bit odd, and that's probably my fault following the reference photo too closely instead of kind of making it my own. I try to fix it there a little bit. It's okay. I love this one still. I think it's the best one out of the three, and I'm gonna keep it. So here it is, all finished up. What do you guys think? Let me know in the comments below. Also, thank you so much for spending your time with me today. I really appreciate it. I love hanging out with you guys and responding and reading your comments. That it makes sense. Responding to and reading your comments. I did say there were bloopers, right? Yeah, well, here you go. Here's a piece of bloopers right now. All right, talk to you later. Wow, I look really yellow. Because I have to... Let's get in here and see what we have. Let's do what oh, I knocked my dinosaur off again. This poor guy always gets knocked off of my little plant over here. The college said... I think I just stuck my head in the camera.